Force Media, unclog your feed.
In the Bravo universe, there are two equally destructive forces: the Housewives, who start it, and the producers, who make sure it finishes on camera. These are their stories.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Fix my collar. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Corp. My name is Ace Fanning, and I am joined by my very beautiful co-host, Ana Quincoces. I say that, but do I mean it? I do.
No, you don't mean it,
I
but
do.
that's okay.
I do. You are beautiful, crazy for sure.
I'm crazy for sure.
For sure. But
no, I am
beautiful. And that's all that really honestly matters,
You know that Luke Combs song?
No.
Crazy, beautiful. Like that's Ken's song to me. It's the most beautiful song.
Do you know that back in 2010 or 11 or 12, something like that, everybody who had a really, really toxic relationship, their song was I'm hard to love, yeah, don't make it easy. And they would always play that, and they were like, he always knows how to get back in. Mm-hmm. Right. I was like, you guys have a fucking toxic. My sister who got divorced.
But my relationship was not toxic.
No. Yeah, I was just saying that's a country song that was people love that.
No, Ken just knows how to.
He's a bitch whisperer.
Kind of manage me.
Yeah.
No, manage me.
Yeah.
He knows what to not make a big deal about and what's that. So
I feel like I'm learning how to manage you.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're so good. Whenever I have a breakdown, Ken goes, I'm like, you just don't understand. You just don't understand. He goes, okay, fine. Call Ace.
No, I felt Anna had a breakdown recently, and we talked it out. And
then when we hung up, he was listening. I said, you see how he handles that? He makes me feel seen, and he understands because, it's something we work. We've done stuff together, and he knows.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I get it also because I am crazy, and I can relate 100% to being a little crazy. You know what's so funny about me is in very simple moments, I'm stressed, I'm freaked out or whatever, but serious, there's something about when somebody else freaks out, I'm fine.
Oh, right. You're great at that. Right. You are.
But I love to be the one freaking out because it's someone's got to freak out, and then
sanity is overrated.
Right.
It is so overrated.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's more interesting when you're a little wacko. And all it means is that you feel deeply.
Right. What's wrong with that?
I'd rather be that than a sociopath.
Exactly.
I feel shit deeply. I do.
Oh.
And I worry about things, and I can't. Whatever. If something's off with you, I can already tell if it's off. You don't know when I'm actually off. When I'm actually off, I don't go radio silent. I go radio silent when I'm busy.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed with stuff. But I don't go radio silent when I'm sad. When I'm sad, I'll tell you, know.
Yeah.
But you kind of go silent or whatever. I can just tell by your posts and by your stuff.
By the theatrics of it all.
Yeah, by the theatrics of it. And I like the theatrics.
Anna, I forgot I have to tell you this. So, you talk a lot about Reddit, and I avoid Reddit at all cost.
Right.
Well, I decided, sometimes I like a little BDSM. All right. And I decided I wanted to get a little cruising for a bruising. And I typed in Reality Court Reddit. And there were several different posts, and I was like, "Oh my God, people are talking about us." I've
never even looked at that.
The Doug Buden one showed up, and he was people were blah 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 blah. I don't know, talking shit.
They hate my voice.
They're can he just finally admit that he is?
I told
gay?
you that though.
Yeah,
it was one negative thing I told you.
Right, but then when I was looking through other posts, there was a whole feed of people talking about when I hung up on you during the episode. And I was like, this is just so exciting because it's it wasn't even I don't even care if anyone had said, I don't even remember. This is how fucked up I am. I don't even remember if anyone said anything bad. It was just people are talking about me having a storm off moment. And they were like,
I don't remember why people were so mad at that.
oh, because it was
I wasn't mad at
unprofessional.
that.
But on Reddit, surprisingly, it wasn't really about being unprofessional. It was like, what do you guys think's going on? Like to know that people were speculating about me felt so good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
First of all, it's not professional. What part of us is professional?
Right. I've never been professional. I've never had a job before, you know?
Well, I've had jobs, many jobs.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get that thing that goes here that's square that says reality court.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I was
Yeah. The little,
Okay.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So I don't know, that was fun to see. And just like people speculating, and people were like, I know Ace has been really struggling with his mental health lately. And I was like, oh my God, yes. Yeah.
But you have Ace. Like when we first started, when it was first,
the three of us.
well,
that was
I'm not
another
talking
one.
about that.
There was another one about like what happened, like where, and I was like, oh my God, I love this.
Is he still like around?
I don't know.
Is he? I don't know.
I think I
either.
blocked him.
I don't think I blocked him. I unfollowed him, but I've just to never see anything.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is weird.
It's nice.
It's nice, but it's weird. There's maybe something going on. No, but even when we started, just you and me by ourselves, there was a learning curve. Not when we were on camera, but outside of that. And you would have moments, and it took me a while to understand your process.
Oh yeah. No,
Stuff like that. And I used to I would freak out and I'd cry about it. And I'm like, oh my God, he doesn't want to, and then I started to just get you.
Right. No, I like to burn everything down and then be like, why did somebody put the fire out?
At one point I was like, should I call Caitlin so that she can give me a short tutorial
on how to do this shit? Yeah. No, it's just crazy. It's crisis who I am.
We're crazy. By the way, so much extra news on Jill Zarin.
Oh my God. She's going to the mental health clinic. She's got to get the help.
You think it's true?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
and here's the thing. This is what pisses me off to no end, though. Somebody like Jill, she's not upset for what she said. She's not upset for how she said it. She's upset because people are mad at her, and she's upset because she's lost her show. That's what she's upset about. And so it's like, even if she comes and apologizes, it's like, it's not enough. It's not.
Well, she didn't apologize. Her thing was not an apology. It's like, I'm human. You didn't give me enough time. Right. I took it down right away. No, she took it down 8.5 hours later.
When she saw how everyone was feeling.
Right.
Like that's
But also all the other housewives coming out and, making their vow to the Latin community and like, oh, I love it so much. It's like, you don't love it that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not go crazy.
Ramona's finger's probably coming out being like, oh, I really do actually like Puerto Ricans. Mm-hmm. And they're actually they've got really nice hotels down in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. I'm like, come on, Ramona, you're racist as fuck. Just like, we don't even need to pretend.
I think Ramona's probably thinking, I got to be on my best behavior because I'm next.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's how she is. And then on top of that, she's older. She's kind of senile. But I can imagine that Jill's in a very dark place.
Oh, I think so. But again, she's not like, God, I feel so bad. She's in a dark place of like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Gary!
And Gary, I don't know if you saw that video, but Gary was saying, he goes, Gary doesn't agree with me.
Oh,
Yikes. Yeah. In real time, there's a video that focuses on him for a second.
Yeah.
And she was like, he doesn't agree with me. And I'm like, of course not, Jill. Because even if that's what you're in your heart, you have to know enough to not say that. She got so cocky. She got too cocky. Before the show even.
Here's what I think she's going to do is she will, because I feel like she had a little bit to drink in that video, And
she doesn't drink.
Oh, she doesn't?
Famously does not drink.
Oh.
She's a Diet Coke addict.
Never mind, then
drink.
she can't. I was going to say,
She
she's
is
going to say
drunk
like
on her. Yeah.
like she's going to be like, oh my God, like I've realized I have a drinking problem and I need to go and get help.
She has a self-entitlement problem.
Yeah, she does.
That's what it is.
She's
she needs
fucking
to get a grip.
worst. And
she really is. And then,
and again, like, why can't you, like, it's so crazy to me because I think that I think that she could have saved her job. She could have saved her, like, she could have saved all this if she would just fucking listen to people and then respond accordingly instead of like, it's just, there's a level of
she's
stupidity.
Never wrong.
Right.
It's just like she's never wrong. I don't know anybody that's smart enough that couldn't benefit from another person's perspective.
Right.
I mean, we all have to be open to that because you live in your own head, and she is very self-important, and she thinks this is the biggest coup in the world that she, got this show when she finally did it, and she's going to give it to Bravo. It's like, first of all, let's put this in perspective. A show about a bunch of has-beens. By the way, if I was on the show, I would also be one of the has-beens. Yeah. So I'm not pretending I'm not a has-been.
No, but I think even then, like, you would, like, you're not even on the show. So it's like you're a has-been, Right.
Well, that's true. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that she got too cocky about a show that chances are wouldn't really do that well. I mean, I'd be surprised if it did great.
Right.
Would it do? Like, I'm glad they gave her a chance, but whatever. Like, let's see. Maybe now it'll be great. Do you think it's true about Dorinda joining the cast?
Oh yeah, I think
it is true.
I 100% believe that. I'm here for that. I think that's good. The thing with Dorinda that is so beautiful is just watching her slur through a speech. And it's like, I wanted to make sure we had that. And I don't know where the Countess is, if she's still pretending that she doesn't get shit-faced or what. And I'm like, oh, that's boring,
Guys, being a housewife, just for a little while is hard. When you're younger, I can only imagine at this age having to deal with that for years and every year, it has to affect you, and I think it drives you to drink.
Oh, yeah.
It literally drives you to drink because you have to deal with this stuff and you want to be in some kind of altered state.
And that's okay. We actually prefer it. We prefer you to be drunk off your ass.
Prefer it.
That's how we feel about it.
So I don't know. I think Dorinda's going to go in there like, I'm saving this show, and I have
she's gonna have a huge head. I love that.
She's gonna have a huge head, and it's going to be a problem for, I don't know, Luann.
Oh, Luann's absolutely gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah,
she's gonna be like, "This was my show, Dorinda."
Yeah, she's probably not happy about it.
No, she's pissed, and you're so right. Dorinda's gonna go in and be like, "Oh my God, they needed me.
Clip.
I saved them. All right, now I'm here to make it nice." What are you doing here without Dorinda?
I mean, I think she's a great addition to the show. Obviously, much better than Jill. I don't know why we need Kelly Ben-Simone. I hate Bethenny, but I would prefer Bethenny to be on that show.
Yeah.
And in a way, Bethenny, who had, after everything happened, Zarin Fabrics came out with
the X on her face.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was really harsh. And then her former step grandson came out on Reddit, and he proved to the, whoever the moderator was, that it was him. And he posted all this stuff about what life was like with Jill Zarin. He's the one that he admitted to creating the picture with the X and being responsible for making that statement.
And he said that she absolutely planned cameras being there.
Oh yes, at the thing, and that she also pulled a knife at a family on a family member on a holiday dinner or holiday party.
Wow.
Yeah, she's very dark, and you see that.
Yeah.
And you see that, and I really do feel bad for Gary. I know whatever people say, he's a moocher. Moocher. How do you say
moocher?
It? Moocher.
Sure.
Moocher.
Leech.
Yeah, I don't know if he is or if he isn't, but I don't think you're a moocher if you're living with Jill
He's
Zarin.
Working.
That is work, guys. Yeah. That is real work. So I don't know.
When all this was going on, I found that Gary follows me on Instagram.
So funny. I don't know if he follows me.
I'm like,
I've never
what
checked.
did I do? You know, and like, when did that happen? You know,
Gary, we're on your side. I know.
I'm here for Gary, and I hope Gary leaves.
I'm here for Gary.
You know?
I hope Gary leaves. He's such a nice guy. I find him handsome.
Oh, sure, I'd fuck him for sure.
No, you don't think? I think he's handsome.
No, I don't really.
I think he's more handsome as a man than she is as a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I think. I mean, it's fine. It's not like she's Christy Brinkley and he's, you know, Billy Joel, but generally he looks younger than her. He whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I also want to talk about, because it ties into this whole thing, is Bethenny Frankel. She goes on and she's like, says awful shit too. And then she's like, here's the thing. Okay, guys, if I say something wrong, you could come to me and you could say, you know, Bethenny,
let's talk about it.
Let's, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to educate you, Bethenny. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And then she's like pissed because people were like, you're the crypt keeper, you're a con, all this stuff. And I'm like, Bethenny, they're taking a page out of your book. When Bethenny sees someone do something wrong, she immediately is on TikTok and being like, this is disgusting. I hate this person. And she's awful. So like, why are you upset when people are awful back to you? That's very hypocritical. And that's a page out of my fucking book. All right. Because I can be awful to people and I can't take it when they're awful to me. You're
not awful to people.
Oh,
I don't think you're
on here. I talk so much shit.
Okay. Well, listen, I think that there is a part of the tirade that Bethenny put on social media that could be perceived by people, especially Jill, that she was in a roundabout way defending her.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, give somebody a chance to explain themselves.
But she said stuff herself. Like,
well, she did, but she also, I don't know, I saw a little bit of that in there, but that's really kind of stupid because Bethenny doesn't give a shit about anybody but herself. You know, she really doesn't. So again, that was, if you haven't seen it, that meltdown on IG when she had just gotten out of the shower and she didn't even bother drying off was special.
Nothing is that
mad.
Pressing. Nothing is that pressing.
But do you know how much money she's making off all the shit she peddles on, you know, Instagram and Twitter? I mean, and whatever, TikTok. I mean, it's a lot of money. She's admitted that it's a ton of money, just mailbox money coming in because she's like, I'm using this lip gloss. I love this lip gloss. It's a little pricey. It's Chanel, but look, come on.
Yeah.
You know, she'll do that. And then she sells.
But like the way that she would make
these
fun of people for doing that before.
You know, it's do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
She's the queen of that. She is the queen of that. And I don't know. I think there may be a chance now that she'll, in order to promote something she's working on, since there's single women on this show, maybe she'll do a core dating event, you know?
Oh my God.
But I don't think she's going to miss the opportunity to appear there for at least one episode.
Nobody has done more for Puerto Rico than Bethenny Frankel.
Right. Well, you know, Michael Capone, who is a Miami guy, and I know him well,
has ties
to Epstein.
Yeah.
And I know him, and I donated a shitload of stuff that I got from other companies. I did a thing with local malls, like the Simon malls, and they collected a ton of stuff. And I delivered all that stuff myself to their warehouse in Miami back when, I don't remember the really bad thing that happened, but it was one of them. Yeah. And this guy, I'm not surprised.
Nobody has done more for Puerto Rico than Ana Quincoces.
Right. No, I didn't do that. But you know what? There's a lot of money. This is terrible. And this is just my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I do know that there's a lot of money in charity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in charity. And if you're ultra wealthy and you're looking for tax opportunities and tax, things that will get you to pay fewer taxes, having a 401c, 501c, charity is very, very, it's very helpful to kind of people line their pockets, because there's administrative fees, you know?
That's why everyone always has to go to shit, now I forgot what it is. It's like there's a website that checks all the charities, and anytime I ever donate to someone, I go there first and make sure that they're actually a good, what is it now? I want to tell people.
No, I know what it is because I looked it up.
Charity Navigator.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's a
and
new one.
It rates all of them, and it tells you like this is this blah 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 and stuff. So I feel better then when I do it. If you guys go to Charity Navigator, though, just know that our new 501c3 Reality Court, it's gonna have a bad rating, but that one's wrong. That one's wrong. You know, it's gonna say like 100% goes to those two, and I'm just like, is that true?
It's not true.
No.
Guys, Ace is having an existential crisis because we don't have as many views on YouTube as we used to.
Right.
I'm trying to explain to him that it takes a minute, you know, for people to kind of sit down and subscribe and all that. So just subscribe, please, and watch. I mean, don't even watch, just turn it on and let it, you know, our numbers are the same with with listens,
right.
But it took a while for people to find it. It's taking a while for people to find it. So I'm going to be annoying and remind you guys a lot.
I just feel like when we were on the RHOBH YouTube channel, it was like we didn't have a video with less than like, I don't know, 12,000 plays.
No, at 17. Sometimes we would do 20. I know.
But now I feel like it's like, losers! Thanks a lot, Foss Media, for doing nothing.
All right. Well, I think everybody's going to help you out from having a breakdown. Speaking of Jill as well, Reza talked about his own drama with Jill.
Yeah.
You know, he says that when they were on the GOAT, she told him that she was proud of having stopped Legacy, that's very Jill, that she was proud because she wasn't going to get less money than Luann, and that it all fell apart because of her, and that she was proud of that.
The way that Jill Zarin, like, I'm like, you were last on Housewives in 2012 or something. Like, go the fuck away. Nobody cares about you. Like, nobody's interested in seeing your stupid life. I think that you're obnoxious as fuck. I think that, and like, even when she went on Ultimate Girls Trip, she was like, oh, I want to redo my surprise. I want to surprise everybody because I'm coming in a little bit late.
You want to do that. And then she came in selling.
And it was like
selling.
But she came in and did the surprise, and everyone was like, who's that? I don't know who that is. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Look, apparently after she was fired, she said that Bravo had gone to the gutter because I guess she says that Reza was at a gay bar sniffing armpits. Okay.
So she's always been a bigoted bitch.
Yeah. Who cares?
You know?
I mean, I don't understand wanting to sniff armpits.
No, me neither.
That's
but
not
look,
me,
you know,
but
if it's your kink, God bless you.
Right. Who cares? Why is that like, I just think armpits smell. You know, unless you're using like a really hot, sexy deodorant, like maybe, you know, actually, that's not true. Sometimes my wife uses this, what is it called? Free ad here. It's called, no, not Hand and Stone. It's called Beach Bum, I think. And there's a lemon scent. Yeah. Oh my God. When she wears that, I do find myself like a little bit, just a little bit.
I feel like Caitlyn smells really good.
When she wears that, absolutely. It's my favorite. You know, beach. Is it called Beach Bum? I think so.
Beach Bum is they have like a cream.
Yeah. Oh, Mega Babe. It's called Mega Babe.
Oh, Mega Babe. And it's a deodorant, not an antiperspirant?
I don't know the difference between those two things. No idea.
One has aluminum.
No, I think it's supposed to be good for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh.
I get, like, you know what I mean? I need an antiperspirant. I don't even sweat. And I did this thing that Dolores did as well for social media once, which was something where they kill your sweat glands under your
like Botox.
Armpits. No, it was like this machine. It's probably going to like come out later on that it's, you know, caused breast cancer or lymph node cancer or something, but it never really worked. You know, I don't sweat and I never have. And it's true that because it was a laser, like the best thing is that the hair went away,
Right.
you know? But if I don't wear antiperspirant, I smell like the Dickens.
I sweat a ton, but I don't smell. So that's good.
Right. Ken sweats like it's his
Like
job.
a whore in church.
No, like it's like hypohidrosis. You know what I mean? Like it's really bad where he sometimes.
I guarantee you, if I lift my arm right now, there is sweat. Oh, yep. It's just there.
Oh, see, no, I can do an entire spinning class and not sweat. It's really weird. Which, by the way, is not good.
That you're not
I'll
sweating?
go in the sun.
Yeah, I'm getting my stuff out. I'm getting it all out.
Yeah, exactly. That's important.
Full of shit.
All right. Let's talk before we get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about some other pop culture stuff. We know that James Vanderbeek, right? That's his name. He was on Dawson's Creek. Was that your time? You watched that? I feel like you watched that.
So my sisters watched Dawson's Creek. It's a tiny bit like before me.
Okay.
I was too young at the time, but the way that I have not stopped listening to the theme song to Dawson's Creek for the past several days is scary.
What so sad that, you know, he couldn't be saved, you know?
I know.
It's just 48 years old with 6 kids. It's horrible.
They are saying that like millennials especially need to be getting colonoscopies done much earlier than originally suggested.
I agree with that. And
millennials
mammograms as well.
Millennials are like the cancer that's going to take out millennials, they say, is colon cancer.
Because of all the shit.
Listen, do I know any of the facts behind that? Absolutely
no,
not.
but I think it's true. I think that screening for colorectal cancer and breast cancer should be younger, because a really good friend of mine died at 37 years old from breast cancer. It started at breast cancer and then it spread everywhere, because when you're younger, for whatever reason, it's much more aggressive. So if they had started at 35, let's say, doing mammograms, you know, if the insurance would pay for it younger, she could have been saved.
Right.
So to me, it's like, if you're over 30, like, pay for it yourself. It's not that expensive, but do
that's relative.
Well, I know, but when you're cash pay, like you go to a place and you're saying, I don't have insurance for this, I'm cash pay, you can actually negotiate it. There's a lot of places that you can do that. I just think it's important. It really is.
A girl I went to high school with, I think she died by the time she was like maybe 25, maybe even younger, from
what?
colon cancer. Yeah. And I'm just like, it's insane. And so I'm very upset, especially because he's leaving behind all these children.
Right.
But I do have just one thing I want to say, because listen, I have donated to so many GoFundMes in my life. So many, you know, you get me on GoFundMe, I'm going to start crying, reading their story. I'm going to donate. Okay.
Did you donate to that one?
No, I did not, because it's at like $2.5 million, which understandably, like, yes, horrible what happened and stuff like that. But like, also when I see like a 3-year-old girl fighting for her life and they're like, we're hoping to get 50,000 and it has a hard time getting there, I struggle with the fact that it's like people open their pocketbooks for them in such a big way. And I get it, but I also struggle with it.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
that's a lot of fucking money.
I've never seen a GoFundMe go that
Me either.
high.
No.
Right. And then the original influencer, the original blogger, what's his name? Hilton.
Oh, Perez Hilton.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Talk about self-important. But I don't know if you got through that I sent you.
That he did like a dive into it, that they had bought a new property for like 4.5 million or something.
4.8 million, like an estate that he wanted to leave for his family and everything else. And so it's strange because apparently his wife just minutes after it was announced that he had passed,
Yeah.
went on his verified Instagram and posted this GoFundMe. Usually it's other people that do that for you.
Right.
She posted it herself. So a lot of people are saying, like, what the hell, you know, like, if you have a $4.8 million estate, you don't need that. And also, you really think that guy didn't have insurance of any kind?
Right.
Like, just to gives you great insurance. He had insurance. Nobody is so irresponsible to have a family with 6 kids and not have insurance. Sorry.
But also, I feel like, yes, terrible. I'm so sad that this happened. And obviously it probably did take a big financial toll on them. But when I see a very small child who still has a chance of living, but it's going to be a lot of work to get there, and their parents are going to have to uproot and move to another state so they can get their treatments and stuff like that. Like, I just feel like that's where I would rather put my money than like, I feel like this is going to come out so horrible, but it's like, he's dead. So like, it's over per se. Like, now they can kind of, I feel like that sounds terrible. I don't
regroup.
Right.
Listen,
but $2.5 million, I understand. Like, give them some money so that like they can get back on their feet and stuff like that. But I mean, $2.5 million, if you invest that, like, you can do really fucking well.
I mean, you don't need a sprawling estate to raise your kids. That's $4.8 million. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon. I feel like we're going to get more information on that, but it looks funny. It smells funny. There was a story this week, but
here's my thing. It's not even about her posting the GoFundMe. It's about the fact that you see people jump on to just throw their money at this, but then
help people that don't need it because they're famous and
right.
Shit.
But then it's like, I don't know how you go on Facebook and you don't see some person who's friends of a friend of a friend and see their story, and you're like, fuck, like, obviously I have to donate.
Yeah. No, it's hard. And people, listen, I read a story this week. I don't know if you heard this story of an Australian couple. And I know that it's a little bit sad, but I think our listeners can handle it, because I really do want them to go on YouTube and tell us what, and I want your opinion on it. So there's this young couple in their 40s in Australia. They had 2 autistic teenage sons. Okay. And nonverbal, you know, whatever on the spectrum, it was very advanced, or I don't know how you say that. They were dealing with that. I guess in Australia, there isn't the same kind of support you get in the US for kids that have, you know, special needs and whatever. Yeah. And I think they were so exhausted of their life, and they were so overwhelmed by the thought that they didn't have other family and what was going to happen to those boys when they were gone. I think that is a very real fear of anybody with special needs children. Yeah. What's going to happen? And am I going to burden the siblings, you know, because the siblings are going to have to take care of it. And so I think that's the thing. So what did they do? They were totally at their wits' end, and they killed their children.
Oh, God.
Committed suicide. And killed the pets too.
What?
And actually, it was very planned out. They left a note for people saying, don't come in, you know, this is what happened, all this stuff. And I don't know exactly the cause of death or whatever. Maybe they drank something. And the comments on this have been all over the place. You can look it up. Like, there are people who really do understand that feeling. And not that they didn't blame them, but like, if you're not getting help from, you know, the place where you live, and there's no government help really, and you don't have family, and day after day it is wake up, carry the child, put him, like, I'm talking about, they were not very functioning, and their whole life was consumed by this agony of an everyday life. I don't know, but I don't know. I want to hear what you think.
Well, okay, so I My wife and I are actually, well, I am assigned who would be, I have a nephew who has pretty severe autism, and my sister did a will and stuff, and I'm the one who would become his guardian if anything were to happen to her. I can't imagine having to think about that and not having other family. Like, thank God we have a big family. And if something happened to my sister and then something happened to me, like, there's more family. Like, that is a lot less of a stress because we have family. Not having family would be so fucking hard.
And they didn't have family, not because they didn't have family. I don't think they had a big family, but they were shunned a lot by the family because the kids were required a lot. So they were never invited anywhere.
Yeah.
They had nowhere to leave the kids. They didn't have much of a life. And so a lot of people are saying, it's not their right to take away their children's life. It's not their decision.
Right.
And why kill the pets, and why kill, whatever. The pets could end up at a shelter. Like, they could have gone to a shelter where they would have been euthanized,
Yeah.
I just feel that they felt at that moment that they had no choice and just put an end to the suffering for everyone.
I think that there's also a fear of, like, people might be like, the kids could go into a facility or something, but it's like,
well, that was their fear. They talked about that.
And it's like, well, that would be really, I mean, sure, if everything was great, sure, but that doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't. And so isn't always somebody there like you've done to give them a better life. That very few people will take on teenagers.
Yeah.
If they were 100% normal. Two
I
teenagers.
Don't think normal's the right word.
Okay, not normal, but you know what I mean? Didn't have any kind of disability or any kind of special need.
Yeah.
People prefer kids younger. Let's start there. So to two teenagers that are not verbal, and and I always get this wrong, honestly, so please give me some grace when I talk about autism. Like my best friend Glenda, she has a son that I don't know that it's I guess it's some level of autism. He has auditory processing disorder, but Max is really kind of funny because he's like a savant in many things, with sports and stuff, and he has a job and he went to school, and he's just a little bit funny. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he can function, but she still worries.
Yeah.
She still worries, and she doesn't, but I don't know like the right words to say. And I'm sure that I'm messing it up. And so I don't mean that, but I can't even imagine being that. Well, I can imagine being in that position. And I don't know that I would have the nerve to do that, but I understand it. Does that make me awful?
No, I don't think that makes you awful. I think here's the thing. What people don't understand is that, like, just as someone who's tried to off themselves in their life, it's not a decision that just like pops up one day and you're like, you know what, today was annoying, I'm gonna like go kill myself. No, I think you get to a point where it literally feels like there is no other option. Like,
and you should see the couple. They were young. Maybe they were even, I don't know. They were young and looked like they weren't ragged old people. Like, they're like, I have a lot. They had a lot of life left in them. They were sacrificing themselves.
Yeah.
Also, they were giving up their life because they couldn't imagine their kids going into some, foster or orphanage or whatever. And the kids depended on them for everything. Take them to the bathroom, take them to everything, feed them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that this is like dark and not our usual content, but we have so many people that listen to us that are real smart and have different perspectives. And I'm interested in knowing how you feel about this.
I think that you have to acknowledge too, that like there are a ton of parents out there who have neurotypical children who are like, I could never do this. And I think there's a lot of people who could say that, but I think that there's another, more than like you and I saying I could never do this or whatever. There's people who have lived experience with this, who fucking Like they know what the struggle is, and they
go,
can sit
"I
there and
get
they
it."
could say, I don't get it, you know? And
Yeah.
and I think that is
Listen,
absolutely
looking at your child's face,
Yeah.
no matter what challenges they have, and ending their life, it's rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think I could do it. But what I'm saying is that I empathize with them because I can only imagine what their life was
Yeah.
like.
I think everyone should be able to empathize with them, you know, like everyone
Right.
should be able
Well,
to
a lot
say
of people are crucifying them.
I don't think that this is it's not a heat of the moment thing. It's something
Right.
that like they obviously struggled with. And just to even be in a place where you struggle with that. You know, a long time ago, I had a podcast where I interviewed people anonymously about their secrets. And I had a woman on there who had postpartum psychosis. And she said that like she struggled so much. And she's like, there was one point where like my brain was telling me, and this is very triggering, like just be aware. But she said that her brain was telling her that like there was something wrong with her son and that she needed to fix it and she didn't know how to fix it. And that one day she was holding him and her brain said like, if you throw him against the wall, everything will be okay. And she didn't do it, but she knew in that moment, like she had enough wherewithal to be like, that's not right. And like set her baby down. But like it was her hormones. Like her hormones were so fucking out of whack that it caused this psychosis. I think a lot of people think of like postpartum depression or stuff like that as like, oh, you're really sad, you've got the blues, you know, but it's like, no, it's a chemical thing that is happening. It's a chemical
thing. Yes,
and so
it's a chemical thing.
I don't know where these parents were in that. And I think that I'm not gonna judge because I don't know. We all want to say, there's nothing I hate more than when people are like, when somebody accidentally leaves their kid in a car and they're like, I could never. I'm like, until it happens. I don't think anyone ever walks through life thinking like, oh, I could totally see myself leaving my kids in the car, you know? And again, I'm not talking about the people who do it and randomly have searches of like, how long does it take for a kid to die in a car, you know?
Right.
But like accidents happen. It's the same thing. There's that influencer who lives here, Emily. Oh, what's her name? Shoot, I can't think of what it is. Emily.
Emily, your nanny.
No. Emily Kaiser.
Okay.
And her son drowned in the pool. And
oh, yes.
And the way that people came for her and her husband and were just like, this is neglectful parenting and all this stuff. And I'm like, do you not think that she's already fucking killing herself over what happened? You know, like, and shit happens. Horrible shit happens. And I feel like if you can't give people some sort of empathy or grace, like, I hope that nothing ever happens to you. I hope it never happens to anybody, but it's going to. Shit is going to happen. And I don't know. That's why as much as I love to like shit on like celebrities for like stupid shit, when it comes to that stuff, I always try my best to just be like, I don't fucking know. I don't know how I would handle that. And
of course not. I actually want to read you something that I didn't post because it was, I don't know why, I haven't posted in a long time and I didn't want to lead with this, but it's one of the truer statements I've ever read about.
Okay. She's got to get it up on her phone.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
We're all just one accident, one diagnosis, one unexpected phone call away from a completely different life. So stay humble and never take anything for granted. And that is true.
So true.
I could get a phone call right now. Every time Beba calls me, because Beba, I mean, we talk, we text, whatever, but like she's really busy and she's whatever. So she'll call me at a time and it doesn't say FaceTime, which is when she calls me with Lola. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
You know, and it never goes away. They're 34 and 35 years old. I am still worried all the time. And it's true. Like that's why I'm trying very much to not complain about stupid things like I'm so uncomfortable in this situation in this house. I have a house.
Oh, I'll always do that for sure.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I think it is important, to do that, because all you have to do is turn on the news or scroll through Instagram. There are so many people in a lot worse situation. And so for me, it's hard to judge these people because their every day was like Groundhog Day for them. And at what point do you just want to give up? And let's be, everybody's life has value, even the pets, but they were giving up the most, I think, the parents, because they, they could have just said, let's just put them somewhere. We can't deal with them anymore. They were young enough. They still had a lot of life left in them. And they thought, as a family,
Yeah.
as this group of people, we are all better off like this.
And again, it's not to say that that is true or that is what's right. But what people don't understand a lot of times is like what it actually feels like to be in that person's head. Like, as someone who's now medicated, I'm like, wait a second. Is this like what normal people felt like? Like, for 33 years of my life, I woke up so many days of the week being like, I hope that I die today. Like, that's just like, that was norm, whether things were good or going bad or whatever. Like, I would wake up with that doom over me. And now I wake up and I'm like, I don't pop up out of bed like the fucking dad from or the grandpa from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But I don't have those thoughts all the time. And it's like,
and I feel the same way. I think I would have very negative thoughts constantly. And if I didn't have some kind of help, I feel shit super deeply. That doesn't make me better or anything. I just feel, and I other people's general energy, I'm very sensitive to it. So if I know there's something off with you, it just upsets my day.
Yeah.
Or Ken, if he's like strangely quiet, what's going on? Something happened at work. This, what are you worried about? Because he's always so cheerful and happy. And it's a lot to live with. And so I thank God for medication.
Thank God. I don't know.
100%.
I don't know how I was doing this 33 years. I was free balling through life, raw dogging it through life. Didn't need to be doing that. Okay, let's move on to lighter things. Yeah. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because their contracts have gone out and they've got a new clause in here, a mega clause. What the fuck is a mega clause?
I think the mega clause, I think probably it's the first time they've used something like this, and I never heard the term mega clause, but it is non-negotiable. So when you get a contract, everybody thinks like everybody gets the same contract. You do get more or less the same contract, but some people negotiate certain aspects of it and some people don't, like there's carve outs for like your businesses and your whatever, and you can negotiate all that. This is non-negotiable. And I have not, and I wish I had gotten, the terminology, and I'm sure at some point it will come out. And I tried looking for it, of this mega clause, but I think that those women just, they go hard. They go hard, like, and as viewers, we like it. And even Andy, it's like, that's the best. Everybody thinks that that's the best show.
Right.
So I don't know how this mega clause is going to affect what you see that we like.
I'm hearing it so differently. I'm hearing it when I read it, and what I took away from it
as a lawyer,
yes, as an attorney myself, someone who graduated from Yale law firm. I heard it as like, you're not going to be leaking shit anymore because we want to keep things nice and tight around here. And I do think that there is a part of like viewers who are like the Kiki Monique of it all, justice still to this day for Katie. I still say justice for Katie. And like, I don't need Kiki Monique on my show. I don't need them talking about like what people said on Reality Court. you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd
I
love
can't
it.
stand that
I'd
Kiki
love it.
Monique.
No, me
I don't know
either.
why.
No,
Ugh.
she's annoying. But I feel like more so it was just to kind of protect the storyline and make sure that we're only dealing with factual stuff. And that way, like, it's not like we go off on this long tangent of being like, oh, we heard that Lisa said that Whitney got her stuff from Alibaba, Alibaba. And because I feel like they're just more like, I think they're trying to protect the show. They don't really care about how hard these women go for each other. They just want to make sure they're going with real stuff.
Right. And also, again, and I've said this before, but right now, housewives will go after each other to destroy their businesses, their lives, their reputation, their marriages. Like, the stakes are high.
Yeah.
And it sucks, it sucks to see that and to see all the negativity that comes out of him and really destroying people emotionally. So I don't know if it's Bravo's way to like do things that are less dark.
Right.
Because that was the excuse for cutting out my whole thing when I did Miami. They didn't want, it was too dark.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that mega clause is going to go for every other city.
I imagine, because I mean, in Orange County, we had the same thing. It was like all of a sudden they're talking to someone who Tamra was apparently leaking stories to, and that became a whole storyline. And it's a way of, they're breaking the fourth wall, but not in like a fun way. I love a broken fourth wall. I love when we see them yelling at like a producer or a camera person or whatever, like, or the get out of my face. I love those. That nothing makes me happier. But I feel
we
like
had the first breaking fourth wall on Miami.
Really? What was it?
I was on it. The lingerie party
the
where
fight.
You saw all the producers. You saw all the camera people.
What about Jersey and their fight?
Which fight? The table flipping?
No, not the table flipping. The posh fashion show where Ashley grabs Danielle's hair. I love that.
But I don't think we saw production then.
I thought we did. I don't know. But I love that more than anything. Nothing makes me happier. But I don't need you talking to losers like us, and I don't need that to be a storyline. I think that like if that person goes on a podcast and talks shit about you, you can use that, sure. But like talking, I don't know. It also feels like a way for, piss-ons like us to try and like get a spot on the show.
Right.
Right. It's like Kiki Monique got way too involved and then is like, I don't even want to be on the show. It's like, we all want to be on the show. That's why we talk about it.
I don't know. And then she got to do a panel at BravoCon and now she's the co-host on Reality Checked. I mean, she got a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Apparently she's a journalist.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
Same. You know what?
Lawyer
Actually,
journalist.
I did journalism in high school my freshman year.
So did I.
For a week, and then I switched.
Oh, really?
So don't say I don't have journalistic integrity.
You do have journalistic integrity.
Dookie.
Absolutely. And the chops,
By
the way, just a quick aside about, a little bit of Jeff Lewis gossip.
Yeah.
We know, I don't know if you guys all watch the show, but I know some of you do. And the most recent falling out was with Joey Zauzig, which you've never liked.
No.
I didn't like him at the beginning, and somehow he grew on me. And now I don't know how I feel about it because his posts are constantly relating back to the loss of that friendship.
Hey guys, it's me, Joey Zauzig, and I was just thinking about when
I'm like, shut
And the way
up.
he eats on the thing, it's like a desperation. And apparently, and I didn't listen to this episode, Tracy Tudor, who is his good friend, went on the show and tried to make amends between them.
Yikes.
Did you listen to that show?
No, but that's a terrible idea.
And of course it didn't work. When Jeff makes up his decision, when he makes up his mind about somebody, you're done.
Well, you can come back
done.
later, but like not if you're trying. You can't try.
How do you come back later? Who came back later?
Lots of people come back and then they get kicked again and whatever,
The only person I've seen him have a conflict with, and he just really loves Mercedes.
Yeah.
Mercedes. He loves her. He loves her. Whatever it is that makes him like people, he likes her a lot. And she did something that for most people would have been, you're done. And he was mad, but they fixed it right away. And they continue to have a very strong friendship.
But like Krista Lamas is someone who was his bestie, and then she got kicked to the curb, and then she came back, and then it was like
she came
out
back
of it again. Yeah. For a period of time. They made amends and stuff. But I think that what has to happen is Jeff has to be the one to be like, you know what? I think I want, like, if you come for Jeff trying to be like, please let me suck you off. Like, I want to, he doesn't like that. Yeah. So he's not going to take you back. And I think someone like Joey Zauzig or like Justin Martindale, I think those people dig themselves a new grave because they want to try and be petty back. And it's like, he's never going to talk to you again.
Right.
Every
one of his posts is about friendship and be a friend and what a friend really means and whatever. And it's like, just stop. You're not going to get anywhere. And you're the one that's looking bad.
There was a huge falling out with him and Jenny Poulos way before the falling out we all know of, because she wanted to write a book, and in it she wanted to talk about him, and he said, you're not fucking doing that. Like, you're not and so it put a big riff in their relationship. And I think too, they had to stop filming for a bit, but then they came back and they figured it out and stuff like that. So it's not,
and they had years after that of successful show.
Yeah. But I think that's maybe around the time when she stopped working as his actual assistant and she became a cast member on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even today when he talks about her, he talks about it with regret.
Yeah.
I think that was somebody that he really cared for,
Yeah.
And I don't know, but
I'm so happy to never have to hear Joey's voice again on the radio.
It's very nasal and very weird. And
I'm just
very weird.
Blow your nose or something. I don't know. It's always like in the back of his throat, kind of phlegmy, and then there's no like nasal passages going. Yeah, it's terrible. Can't stand him. So I'm happy about that. Okay, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh my God. What is wrong with me that I'm like secretly loving Amanda Frances in a way of like, I love how much these women,
you want to keep her on the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the same way that like I loved Danielle Staub the first few seasons of Jersey. Like, I love that she has this manifestation party, and you bring someone like Erica fucking Jane to a manifestation party, and it's like, come on, read the fucking room. Like, this is the dumbest party I've ever seen in my entire life. She can't handle Sutton saying you're a wimp. Please don't call me a wimp in my own home, Sutton. Please. I'm like, technically this is also Sutton's home because she rented it for a long time, so she can say whatever she wants. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Also, you're so thirsty that you bought this house because it had the history of Kyle and Sutton.
100,000%.
So
yes,
stop that right now.
Yeah.
And to see, this was the hardest part of the entire episode, to see that she took that white picket fence out and put up like a fucking gate.
The house inside is hideous. I find it hideous and cold. And that house was a very classic looking house. Yeah. And it's not intended to be that modern and so much black and shit inside. Like, it's just
whatever. I mean, you do you, like, but that to me was like, that's a signature of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that little white picket fence. And by the way,
you can't put white picket fence wherever you want. If I wanted to put one here and it would look good with the house, it's just not allowed. I just put a fence, to it for, Harry and stuff. And we all have to use the same fence.
Lame.
So like, if you're grandfathered in with a picket white fence and the house is siding and that kind of leave it. But whatever. She is so new money.
Oh,
it is so crazy. So crazy. And I really think that this show is going to really mess things up for her.
Oh, for sure.
The gig is
absolutely.
Up with the manifestation business.
I also think too that like, okay, I was dying when Erica was like, oh, thanks, a copy of your self-published book. I can't wait to skim through it. It's like, That was like, why? Like, you know, these women are not going to read this book. Why are you gifting this to them? Like, I understand, like, when Bethenny, everything Bethenny owned was Skinny Girl and she got it on the show as much as she could. Okay. But at a certain, like, these women will not read your book and it's just going to give them more ammo against you. She's a fucking
And why
idiot.
does she said the #1 bestseller?
She didn't.
She did say that. It says it on the cover, apparently.
Oh.
Somebody read it.
Well, maybe it was a
looked-
#1 bestseller of her own publishing company, the Amanda Francis Publishing House.
I don't know. I think that I looked it up and I didn't find anywhere where it said that book was.
Well, it can't be because it was self-published. Like, that's not, I don't think that can.
No, you could have a self-published book because as long as you have an ISBN number,
Okay.
which is what they put in the back of the book,
Yeah.
and your book is selling better than any other book, you're going to be on the bestseller list. You don't. It's by sales. There's something called book scan.
Yeah.
And every time they scan a book, that ISBN number goes into, some kind of list. And if your book is being scanned more than others, yeah, you're going to be on that list.
I'm probably going to have a best-selling book, so I'm going to do a coffee table of my nudes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
I think
wait.
people really just like flying off the shelves.
Are we going to give people like a code ACES dong?
Yeah. I could do 5% off.
5%
Yeah.
off? Wow. Okay. Generous.
You know what? I'll do 6.5% off.
Because that's the size of your penis. Okay. I'm so sorry, people. I'm
Oh,
so sorry that you have to get a
God.
visual of that.
Okay. Mo and Dorit sit down, and as much as I fucking hate Mo right now, the way that like Dorit was not listening to the fact that he's like, no, I held his phone and I went all the way up and down and sideways and forward and backwards. And she's like, yeah, that's what PK will do, is he'll show you just a little bit out of context. And that's how it seems. But I mean, he's like, no, Dorit, I went through his phone. I saw the interactions. I saw him send you the proposal. I saw him do this, do that, whatever. And she's like, yeah, that's what PK wants you to believe, but that is not how it's actually happening.
I think the funny part was, can't we do this without having a meet? Like, PK does not want to meet with Dorit.
Right.
Dorit already gives him the ick,
Yeah.
And she is so eager to, she says, oh, I'm okay doing this, I'm okay doing that, but she has to have a meeting first. And he doesn't want to have the meeting.
Right.
He doesn't want to meet with
She
you.
wants to meet because she wants to then be able to bring up finances. She doesn't care about the
That's
custody.
all she cares
I feel
about.
like she's like,
That's all she
whatever,
cares
take the
about.
kids whenever. Sure, let's talk about finances now.
Also, Dorit is so starstruck by certain people. Like, remember when God, I forget her. Jamie Lee.
Oh,
Curtis.
chic.
It's
So
so
chic.
chic.
Yes.
But have you seen how she lights up when Rachel Zoe is talking?
Yeah.
And how she's just fascinated by her. And when they went to the Hamptons and
Well,
they saw Donna Karen, and it's like
I can't be the only
she
one who feels
idolizes
like
certain people. It's weird.
I feel like Dorit completely just like left Bose. Like she was just like, bye.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that there was a fight or anything, but I feel like she was like, there's someone shinier that just came in that I want to get close to.
Yeah.
I love
I
Rachel
thought they were
Zoe.
going to have conflict, but no. I think that, by the way, I love Rachel Zoe on the show. And if you don't watch What Happens Live.
I do. You always say this. I watch
Oh,
it.
I don't know, because you told me I didn't watch. Okay, so you watched her
I
on What
watch
Happens
it if
Live?
it's people that I like, but I don't.
So you watched her?
Yes.
And Reza?
Yes.
Okay. Well, every time they asked her about Amanda, she was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Like,
I can't. And I think it's funny because she doesn't want to say like whatever she wants to say, like all the stuff that Reza said for her.
right.
But that she gets away with I can't, and Andy finds it charming. I guess it's because she used to say that so much before.
That's hot. Did
But
you watch
I
the
also-
Rachel Zoe project?
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time.
God, great
I
television.
love that show. I love that
The
show.
way I hate to admit this, and again, this is just giving more ammo for the people on Reddit to be like,
That know
clearly he's
that you're
gay.
gay.
I remember when everything happened with her and why can't I think of his name right now? he's married to a Gary. Fuck, I can't think of his name. Rachel.
Oh, Brad.
Yes, Brad Goreski. When that whole thing happened, I cried. That was tough.
You feel things deeply.
I
That
do.
doesn't make you gay. I mean, you're gay anyway.
Well, I'm
but
gay because it
that's not what
was
makes you
Rachel
gay.
Zoe. You know,
Right.
Like it was like, why are you even watching this?
Well, I mean,
Why are you even
everything.
watching this fudge packer? Do you think I'm a top or a bottom?
I think you'd be a bottom. Sorry.
Seriously?
Well, because I think that even as a gay man, you would be reluctantly gay. You know? So they'd have to take you.
Well, that just means that I'm getting it in the ass.
Yeah. So there's a lot of non-gay men that like getting it in the ass. Or at least they claim they're not gay. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I
can't handle
like
the
to believe I'd be a
mental-
top. Thank you.
You do?
Yeah. Okay. Listen.
Do you think like Joey Zauzek is a top or a bottom?
I think he's verse, as they call it. I think that he, depending on how important you are and how much money you have, he will go with whatever it is you need him to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're saying that you're not gay, but if you were gay, you'd be a top.
I like to believe so.
Which I don't know what that means. It makes you more macho.
No. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like, I mean, I have walked away from taking a shit with a limp and tears. Like, I don't think I'm built for that. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
That's more what I'm focused on. I just thought like, I don't know, if you saw me in a porno, where do you see me? And I don't see myself.
I see you on the bottom.
Okay, fine.
In fact, not only on the bottom, but you'd be the one with like your legs pinned behind your leg like Bugs Bunny, and they would be taking you from the front, but you still be the bottom, if you know what I mean.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with nudity. I would not be able to show my undercarriage like that. Absolutely not.
What about the coffee table book
Well,
you just
they'll be
announced?
more artistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, Ace, I don't think that you're ever going to convince anybody that you're not even a little gay. You know,
I think everyone's a little gay.
everyone's a little gay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I can tell you that Ken is 0% gay.
0%.
Well, only because he
just
has
likes
a
the
niece.
pussy.
He has a niece that's I guess a psychologist, whatever. And there was a test.
Yeah.
Like you asked certain
The
questions.
Kinsey scale.
And she specifically said that everyone's a little gay.
Yeah.
And he did the test and she goes, I've never seen anybody that's and it is gay.
But like, if the question is like, do you like seeing nuts jump up and down or whatever? It's like, well, wouldn't everyone just be like, if they wanted to say I'm straight, be like, no. You know, that's a problem with
but
these.
I see him visibly cringe.
Yeah.
And get very uncomfortable when he's watching TV and two men are making out. Like, you know, he's old and old fashioned and he doesn't like that. That doesn't bother me, but I don't like to see two women.
Oh.
I don't know why. I don't like to see two women being affectionate with each other, like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the men don't bother me. The women, it just makes me, and I don't know, maybe that's something else entirely. Maybe I have, you know, a little lesbian in me.
Maybe it's like turns you on too much that you don't want to go down that road.
Right. And I don't want to admit it.
Right.
It's possible. It's possible.
I love watching people have sex on shows, movies, Twitter.
I don't like that.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know why,
It's like my
but
favorite.
it's your favorite thing.
Yes.
And then, and Ken also, if there is a beautiful woman or like his type or whatever, he has to look. He doesn't do it disrespectfully.
Okay.
He has to look. He's very drawn to women, you know,
Yeah.
he's very like whatever. And so, yeah, I don't think he's a little gay.
Oh,
I
see,
don't.
my wife and I we can be somewhere and I'll be like, oh my God, that woman's so fucking hot. Or I can be like, that dude is so fucking hot. What I usually do if it's about dudes is I was like, I bet that guy would feel so inferior to me because look how hot I am,
Right.
because he's
Right.
super hot.
But I don't think recognizing the attractiveness of people, regardless of their sex, is gay, a way to determine gay or not gay.
Right.
I hate when guys, you say, isn't that man handsome? I don't know. I'm not gay.
Right.
That's such a stupid response.
It's like, yeah.
You can tell if somebody's attractive or not attractive.
Listen, I'm so gay. I don't even say handsome. I say hot.
Hot.
The
Yeah.
guy's fucking hot,
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about? There's a lot of people who are into cuckolding or whatever it's called, where they like, you basically be like, if you and Ken went out and you found a guy and he fucked you, but Ken watched. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
That
would never fly.
I have never thought that I was into that. But then I started thinking about how I am into it. And that is with chiropractic adjustments. Like watching someone get cracked is just like, oh my God, I could be in the corner jerking off. Just like,
watching somebody else do it, not when you get it done.
well,
to
no,
yourself.
I love it done to myself too. But I watch a lot of chiropractor videos, people getting cracked and twisted.
Do you get eargasms?
Like ASMR?
When you clean your ears?
No.
Like the Q-tip?
Oh, when I clean my ears. Yeah, probably a little bit.
Right? Because it's so funny. I was like, Lola doesn't like anybody to cut her nails. She doesn't, but she lets me do everything. And I'm like, I'm going to clean your ears. And she liked it.
Yeah.
And Harry lets me clean his ears. He likes it too.
You do a good job.
I must do a good job. Next time I see you, I'm going to bring some Q-tips.
Please.
I bet you have earwax that's really like orange.
No, I don't. Because I
hardly have earwax.
I have done. I get so excited. Like I've ordered the thing that like you shoot it in your ear and it's got the camera.
Nothing comes out.
I've done that. I've done like the not rubbing alcohol. What's the hydrogen peroxide and dump? Nothing ever fucking comes out.
I have never. I know, and I've gone to a doctor specifically to get because I couldn't hear well because I'm deaf.
Well, your stroke.
Right. No, but I told you about the explosion and all that happened.
Yes.
So I have loss of hearing in one ear. And I thought, my friend told me, I thought it was that once and I went and I had impacted wax, but I don't produce that much wax, which is disappointing because the most fun is when you put a Q-tip in there and you get a wad of something in some version
Probably making
of yellow,
people sick right now, but I'm with you 100%.
When it's coming out of your own body, it's not gross.
Or if it comes out of your kids, like I like to scoop my kids' ears.
Oh yeah, your kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God.
I love to do that to Lola and she likes it too. So I don't know why I asked about that, but it's a weird thing. I like it.
So back to Beverly Hills. I mean,
Yes.
Do we all agree that Dorit is lying through her teeth right now?
I think Dorit is lying. I think that I don't think Mo's into her.
No, I don't think.
Because remember how I said that last week?
I don't think Mo's into her, and I also, God, like Mo literally has zero emotional intelligence. I feel like he cannot read at all when Dorit's like, he's just so, I don't know, maybe it's just like a man thing, but he's so fucking like cut and dry. And it's like whatever's right in front.
He has no empathy.
Yeah.
Like none.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it.
And I feel like he's like,
And
no,
I can't
Dorit,
stand
I
that.
saw everything and stuff. And like, I think especially too, if you want to kind of get somewhere with her, you have to acknowledge at least part of what she's saying.
You have to give her, right. You have to make her feel seen.
Yes. Make her feel seen.
Very
We all want to be
seen.
seen,
Yeah. I think that when he became single again, he's deep into bro code because he does a lot of shit that probably PK knows and,
Who wants to be friends with PK?
David Yontef.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I forgot what
No,
he said.
he did.
He
Like,
told us on the
remember
show.
that?
Remember, he was like, I went to dinner with PK. He
I know.
paid. I'm like, okay. I'm like, did you suck his dick? Like, I don't really care.
I don't know about PK, and I don't like Mauricio either. I think he's just like his father, and I don't know. It's really weird.
I will say that I do appreciate the relationship between Kyle and Mauricio and the fact that like he can call her and say, this is what happened with the conversation with Dorit and stuff. Like, I do appreciate that they can do that because they do have such a history.
They do.
But I don't want her going back to him.
Well, I don't think they'll be happy.
Yeah.
Like neither one of them will be happy. He will, if apparently he cheated on her before, he's not going to go back to even covering that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't think somebody was asked, and I don't know if this was Rachel Zoe on Watch What Happens Live either, but if Kyle gets into a relationship again, do you think it would be with a man or a woman? And whoever it was, maybe it was Bose, said 50-50. Like it could go either
I could go
way.
Brad, I could go Angelina.
Right. I think that was the question. I our generation, she's a little younger than me, is not that focused on the essence of a person where sex, there's, whatever parts they have doesn't matter. That's a much more Gen Z stuff, I think, and some millennials where they just see the person as a whole, and whether not a whole, I mean, a whole.
I see them as a whole.
Right. And they see them as just, what is this human? And then whatever parts you have, if you're already connected, it doesn't matter. She's a little old to see things that way, I think, just because it wasn't part of.
There's so many late in life lesbians, though.
Yes, I think there are late in life lesbians, but we're not talking about lesbian. If she had turned I don't know, turned lesbian is probably so offensive. If she had discovered a part of her that felt better with women and more comfortable with women, that's one thing. I know a lot of late in life lesbians have had just a bad situation with men in their lives and just bad experiences, and they feel safer with a woman.
Yeah.
Right. I get that. But this is not that. This is just like, I could go either way. And, a lot of people say that being bisexual is not a real thing, like pick a side, any side.
Mhm.
But I don't think that's the way it is anymore with the way some people think. They see people as human. They don't see them as male or female. And if you connect with somebody on a real deep level.
I don't think that's necessarily bisexual. I think bisexual is like.
I'm not saying that's bisexual.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I think
I'm not
that's
saying
like,
that's bisexual.
what is it called? It's not. Pansexual. Yes. I think that's like what pansexual is.
No. I'm not saying, I'm saying a lot of people saying bisexual is not a real thing. And sometimes, I don't know. I'm not going to give an opinion on that, but I don't think that's the thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that when you make a connection with another human being and they fulfill you in every way, what parts they have to work with to be intimate becomes a secondary thing that you consider. It's not that important.
Gotcha.
And I actually think that's where she's at. Which is interesting, and I'm not saying it's not right. I'm just saying it's interesting for her generation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I definitely think it's interesting. Like, I think like that's not that crazy for a Gen Z person, but like, for someone your age. Yeah.
Right.
Old.
So my question is, to you.
Yes.
Could you be with a woman that could go either way? Would that if you were in a relationship with her, would that make you insecure?
But like, do we have like an open relationship? Like,
no, you have a relationship, and from her past that she has been with both men and women, and now she's committed to you.
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
You won't wonder if she's secretly fantasizing about being with a woman?
If
playing those highlight reels?
If my wife is not fantasizing about having sex with someone else when she has sex with me, she's so fucked. Like, it's like, please, I hope
So you wouldn't care if it's a man or a woman?
No, I don't care if she's I hope that she fantasizes about something, because otherwise she's going to be severely let down for the rest of her life. If she's like, oh, look at that hot guy with his belly and his small dick. It's like, oh, please think about somebody else. Like, let somebody else come into your mind. No, that would not.
I have my famous story that with many years ago with the girl's dad, that he wanted, just getting ready to go out to a really nice event or whatever, and everybody's black tie, long dress and everything. And he wanted, and I'm like, really now? And so I was just like, okay, I hate to disappoint people. So I was like, I went to do the thing, and I remember going like this with my hair and about to go whatever, and I go, make it fast. Think about somebody else if you have to. And that just became like such a funny thing. And I meant it.
Yeah.
I meant it. I don't care about that.
I don't care.
I don't care about that at all.
I
don't care about that. I don't care if anybody watches porn. I don't care about any of that.
I don't care.
None of that bothers me.
No.
But I think I would be uncomfortable with a man that had been with a man because I can't compete on that level. You know, another woman, I can take her.
Take her down.
I can take her. I don't care if she's younger. I don't care if she's whatever. In fact, be younger so that, I feel like at least I have a fighting chance. But if you're looking for a dick and balls, I can't help you.
Do you think that like bisexual men have a hard time if their partner was exclusively hooking up with women before? And now it's like, I can't compete. I don't have pussy.
I don't know. I don't even know anybody bisexual. That's how sheltered I am. I don't know anybody bisexual. I don't. I've never met a bisexual person.
You've never met somebody who's told you they're bisexual. I guarantee
well,
you
yes,
know many
exactly.
a bisexual.
Right. Or that's open about it, you know? Yeah. No, I haven't. I have a lot of gay friends, but they're committed to being gay. They're committed to that,
Gotcha. No.
Right. And they can find women attractive, but they're gay.
I wouldn't care who she had been with before.
I'm
so lucky though, because she's only been with me. So it's like there's nothing to compare it to. Thank God.
Right.
It's like if she knew, she would not.
Isn't she going on a little trip?
Yeah. With her mom.
Oh, her mom is going. Okay.
And our baby.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that he was going.
Yeah.
How didn't I tell you he was going to be so beautiful?
He's so cute and he's so nice and he's sweet. And every time you just walk in, he's gay. He goes, big smile.
He's so cute. Oh my God, I can't. Okay. Well,
yes, guys, weigh in on the comments. Are you bisexual, pansexual, straight sexual?
No, but I want them to weigh in
sexual?
on that sad story I told. I'm really curious about that. And please go and subscribe so you get reminders.
Yes.
I know life is hectic, but I can't handle him having a breakdown because I'm having regular breakdowns right now.
Right.
So I need him to be solid about it.
I feel like with as much as you've seen me have breakdowns, this is not a breakdown. This is just me being annoyed.
No, but I'm saying if it continues.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
If it continues, it's going to be like whatever. We don't want him to quit the show. So get on there, subscribe your mother, your grandmother, your cousin, your, even people you don't like, subscribe everybody. Then you get the notifications and watch for I don't know, you don't have to watch that long for it to count as a view.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. So we don't even care if it's real.
Right.
We just need to humor him.
Please.
But yes.
I'm a numbers guy.
You're a numbers guy. Yeah. And I'm going to start responding on YouTube, more like seeing this stuff. So
good job. Look at her go.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be back later this week with Reza Jr. Guys, we're having Reza Jackson, and the other Reza. And we have
you seen?
Yeah.
Oh my God. By the way, I really like him.
Yeah.
I don't know. First of all, I love the show. So if you guys aren't watching, or if you're watching and whatever, just catch up for the Thursday episode, because it'll be interesting to see his position on a lot of things. Like Reza Farhan has come out and is unequivocally unhappy with the Sky and what's his name? Bosch,
Bomb Shot. Which he called Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. He thinks that their marriage is going to be over.
Yeah.
And so he's very vocal about how she thinks that she's, was born in a silver spoon in her mouth. And she's like, remember you were a waitress in Shashiku or something like that. So, because she says she can't live in the valley. Anyway, she's kind of obnoxious, but Reza Jackson has been really involved in trying to make amends between her and some. I'm just curious to see. He seems very light.
Yeah.
But he's very popular. He's very popular.
He's very nice to look at. Very handsome.
Very
isn't
handsome.
that's what I mean. Honestly, at first I didn't think that, but he has these really beautiful eyes
Yeah.
that are like hazel, so it's unexpected, for him because he's kind of a darker complexion, and he's very into fashion. That's why he's in New York
Right.
for Fashion Week, and he has a lot of style. So I'm excited. I'm going to practice my shimmy.
Good. Get your shimmy going. Guys, if you want to see us anytime this week before Thursday's episode, you can find us at New York Fashion Week. We're walking in a couple of shows. We're hobnobbing with some of the greats.
I honestly get invited to New York Fashion Week every year.
Me too.
And I have to tell you that
Forever
I went
21.
1 year. I sat front row because I was working with Target a lot at the time. And I went with the chief marketing officer for Target. And I saw Anna Wintour right in front of me. She doesn't take off her sunglasses or her coat.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was wasted on me because I'm not that into that.
Right. No, me and Anna, we text all the time. We're really close.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Me and Karl Lagerfeld.
He's dead.
Used to be super close. Used to be. I actually spoke at his funeral.
Oh, did you?
If there was a televised one, I didn't do that one. It was more of an intimate setting, just for like close
right.
people.
Well, the smaller funeral for really close family and friends.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And I said, in the famous words of
Coco Chanel.
Always remove one piece of accessory before walking out the door.
Wow, Ace, that's actually
Close.
good advice for some people.
Thank you. Yeah. So.
Where did you learn that?
Probably Rachel Zoe.
Probably.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Go give us a 5-star review. Write only nice things about us. If you're going to talk about us on Reddit, make it juicy but nice. Don't say anything nasty about us.
Right.
And subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you. youtube.com/@realitycorppod. And we'll see all of you guys back on Thursday with Reza Jackson. And I think that's everything. So thank you, Beyonce, for all that you do for our country. Serving looks, serving.
I'd like to thank Jill Zarin for all the content.
Thank you, Jill Zarin, for being such a piece of shit. And thank you, Foss Media, for all the support and love that you give us and hard work that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. Thank you guys so much. We'll see all of you back here on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye.